Last week we celebrated Easter. We celebrated the fact that Jesus rose from the dead, and because he did that, he made it possible for us to be with him forever. But that's not where the story ended for Jesus on earth. Jesus stayed on earth for a while longer, and this story tells us a little bit about what happened. It's called Going Home. Jesus' friends were afraid. This is when after Jesus died. They were hiding in an upstairs room with the door bolted shut. But that didn't stop Jesus. He just walked straight through the wall. "It's a ghost!" Thomas screamed, and hid under the table. But it wasn't a ghost. "I'm hungry," said Jesus. "What's for lunch?" Peter gave him a fish. They all hung back and watched him eat it. "This can't be," they were telling themselves. "It's impossible. It's not happening." But it was, right in front of him. A few days later, as they walked together, Jesus told his friends, "It's time for me to go home to my Father." They all looked worried. And then they remembered what Jesus had told them before he died. "There's a place for you. I'll get it ready." Jesus had said, "You know the way." Thomas had panicked. "I don't know the way to get there." "Yes, you do," Jesus said. "I am the way, the truth, and the life." And when at last they reached the top of the highest hill near Jerusalem, Jesus turned to them and said, "Go everywhere and tell everyone the happy news. Tell them that I love them so much that I died for them. It's the truth that overcomes the terrible lie. God loves his children. Yes, he really does." Suddenly the whole sky was filled with a dazzling light. "And everyone can come home to God," said Jesus. "Death is not the end of you. You can live forever with your Father in heaven, because I have rescued the world." And something amazing happened. Jesus rose up into the bright air, higher and higher. They shaded their eyes and watched him go, until a cloud hid Jesus so they couldn't see him anymore. They stood looking up into the sky like that for a long time. Suddenly, two shining men appeared. "What are you doing?" they asked. "Jesus has gone up to heaven, but one day he'll come back, in the same way that you saw him leave, from heaven and from the sky." Jesus' friends went back to Jerusalem with a strange gladness inside their hearts. And something Jesus said that stuck in their minds: "Even though you won't be able to see me anymore, I will never leave you. No, not ever. I will be with you, yes, always and forever." How can Jesus be with us and leave us at the same time, they wondered. They didn't understand, but soon they would. And next week we'll learn what that means.